Very sad story. A teenager died on a flight because the flight did not have the proper device as they are mandated to have. Let's put up the picture. Full mask. See the young man in the back? He should be alive, 14 years of age, but he died after a fatal cardiac episode. Kevin Greenidge was his name. He was on American Airlines. He was on a flight, according to a lawsuit filed recently by his mother, Melissa Arzu, which alleges he died because the defibrillator on the airplane did not work. It didn't work. It was not operational. Kevin was returning from a family vacation with his uncle from San Pedro, Honduras, to Miami on June 4th, 2022, when he suffered the medical trauma and became unconscious. According to the complaint, there was, in fact, a doctor on board who requested the attendants retrieve the automatic external defibrillator. It's on the plane. Once the device was brought to him, he noticed it didn't work. It had not been charged. The lawsuit alleges that American Airlines failed to ensure that the automatic external defibrillator and its mobile battery pack were fully and properly charged, and that the airline's alleged negligence caused, permitted, and or hastened the untimely death of the 14-year-old Kevin Greenidge. It also alleges that the airline failed to train its workers with basic resuscitation technique and causing, permitting, or allowing the mobile battery pack to drain down to no power, thereby causing the automatic external defibrillator to stop working. So these devices have been federally required because some people were pushing back saying, well, is this even a requirement? Yes. So these devices have been federally required on all passenger aircraft since 2004. And American Airlines became the first U.S. commercial airline to put it on its planes in 1997 and to train its flight attendants to use them. They are considered no-go items, meaning that if you are missing or if it is inoperative, the plane is a no-go. You cannot take off. That's according to the Federal Aviation Administration. In a statement to Insider, an American Airlines spokesperson said the carrier was reviewing details of the lawsuit. Our thoughts are with Mr. Greenidge and his loved ones, the airline said. All right, let's be very clear here, okay? This is one of the most avoidable tragedies that could have happened. You're on a plane. You have a child with you. Child has a cardiac issue. Okay, there's a doctor here. There's a device here. It is mandated. It is not powered up. Why? Negligence, obviously. And then the staff, according to the lawsuit, they were not really aware of how to resuscitate anyone. Once again, another directive of training. This is the reason why training is important, because if you decide to relax protocols and standards that are mandated in order to ensure the safety of those around you, it could lead to death or severe injury. How did this happen? It did not happen just because of one day. This is a protocol issue. This is a management to upper management issue. A 14-year-old is dead. Negligence is at play, obviously. But when it gets to a point of being grossly negligent, you now have to start talking about criminal actions. All right. Jackson, thoughts here?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, American Airlines is far too large and far too utilized by the public commons, by the people of the United States, for there not to be harsh consequences for this in some type of way that really sticks it. Because, as you pointed out, this isn't just negligence, it's extreme negligence. This isn't something that, oh, well, we accidentally forgot to charge it. These types of things, plain and simply, should absolutely never happen under any circumstance, especially when you have all the resources at your disposal for things like this to never happen under any circumstances, or even to have backup defibrillators, whatever that may be.
Yep.
But again, people being cheap and people being lazy, when you have great power over society, whether that be resources, services, whatever, leads to things like this.
Yeah, we will continue to follow this story. The policy has to be followed, and whoever or whatever was involved in this must be exposed so that we don't have situations like this moving forward. That 14-year-old child should be alive, period.